U.S. Army Secretary discusses future of Pohakuloa training in Hawaii. Imagine the tension surrounding a critical piece of military training ground in Hawaii, where the fate of thousands of acres of land hangs in the balance. This is the situation at Pohakuloa Training Area on Hawaii Island, where U.S. Secretary of the Army Daniel Driscoll recently made his first official visit since taking office. During his trip, Driscoll aimed to discuss the future of the training area and potentially negotiate a new state lease. Driscoll's visit comes shortly after the state's rejection in May of the Army's final environmental impact statement regarding the retention of its lease at Pohakuloa. This decision has sparked significant debate and raised questions about the military's presence on the island. On Monday, Driscoll met with Governor Josh Green to address these concerns and explore potential solutions. This land is vital to the U.S. Army, Driscoll emphasized. We need to train here, and we discussed with the governor the timeline for resolving this and reaching a definitive agreement. His colleague, Army Chief of Staff General Randy George, echoed this sentiment, stating, "Our soldiers and their families thrive here, and we must find a way forward together." Governor Green expressed his commitment to finding common ground, saying, "We are dedicated to addressing major challenges and had productive talks with Secretary Driscoll and his team. We will continue to work closely on military leases, ensuring that our decisions benefit both Hawaii and the nation." He also informed his congressional delegation about the meetings and pledged to consider community input as negotiations progress. For over 6 decades, the Army has leased approximately 23,000 acres of land at Pohakuloa for just $1. However, this arrangement is set to expire in 2029. Given recent events, such as the Red Hill fuel leak incident and growing public sentiment against the military, the Army recognizes the importance of regaining public trust. Major General Marcus Evans, commander of the 25th Infantry Division, highlighted the significance of engaging with the community while maintaining the Army's primary mission of readiness. "It's crucial to work collaboratively, show respect for local concerns, and ensure we can continue to prepare for combat effectively," he explained. Despite the challenges, Army officials remain optimistic about reaching a compromise. Driscoll noted, "We've requested the governor's office, along with local leaders, to provide a list of actions the U.S. Army can undertake or continue to support in the coming weeks. This proactive approach aims to address community concerns while safeguarding military operations." It's worth noting that several other Army properties across the state are also facing similar lease negotiations in the near future. This situation underscores the broader complexities of balancing military needs with local interests and environmental considerations. But here's where it gets controversial: how much should the Army pay for the land, and what measures can it take to minimize environmental impact? These questions are likely to spark further debate among stakeholders. What do you think? Should the Army pay a fair market value for the land, or is the current arrangement acceptable? Share your thoughts in the comments. Hawaii Council challenges military bombing at Pohakuloa Training Area. The future of Pohakuloa Training Area hangs in the balance. The Hawaii County Council is currently deliberating on a significant resolution that could shape the future of the Pohakuloa Training Area, a site used by the U.S. military. This resolution, known as Council Resolution 234-25, advocates for a formal stance against the ongoing military activities on state-owned lands at Pohakuloa. The resolution calls on the state of Hawaii to prioritize the health and safety of residents on Hawaii Island by urging the military to halt all bombing and other destructive activities in the area. It also seeks to reject any land swaps or lease renewals with the military unless specific conditions are met, and it demands a thorough kapakai analysis of the region. You can find the full text of the resolution here, https://records.hawaiicounty.gov/weblinks/0/doc/11097006/page1.aspx. Currently, the U.S. Army is aiming to maintain control over approximately 22,750 acres of state land at Pohakuloa to facilitate ongoing military training. However, this initiative faced a setback when the Hawaii Board of Land and Natural Resources voted against the Army's environmental impact statement, a crucial element in the process of retaining this land. This rejection was based on concerns regarding the inadequacy of the environmental impact statement, as highlighted by Hawaii County Council member Rebecca Villegas, who was the driving force behind the resolution. Many people shy away from discussing this topic because it is so charged and contentious, Villegas remarked, acknowledging the sensitivity surrounding the issue. During a recent meeting of the Council's Policy Committee on Environmental and Natural Resource Management held in Kona, the resolution was presented, and members of the public had the opportunity to voice their opinions both in support of and against the measure. Jim Albertini, the president of the nonprofit Maluena Center for Nonviolent Education and Action, participated via videoconference from the Hilo Council chambers. He urged the Council to take more decisive action rather than merely encouraging the state to intervene. Let's be clear, Albertini asserted. The military must cease all bombing and shelling at Pohakuloa, clean up the unexploded ordnance and the toxic remnants left from 80 years of live fire, conduct a comprehensive Kapakai analysis, and return the land that was taken from the Hawaiian people. Albertini also pointed out that the Hawaii County Council had previously passed Resolution 639-08 17 years ago, which outlined 8 specific actions the military was supposed to undertake, including stopping all live fire and addressing the contamination from depleted uranium. Unfortunately, he noted, none of these actions have been implemented. On the other hand, David Karahara, president of the Hawaii Island Chamber of Commerce, spoke against the resolution, emphasizing the importance of Pohakuloa as a critical component of the island's public safety and emergency response framework. He highlighted that in 2022, the training area responded to over 121 emergency calls, primarily in the Saddle Road region. Karahara also mentioned the economic impact of the training area, stating that it employs around 230 local residents and contributes approximately $74 million to the local economy each year. In light of the discussions, the Council decided to postpone the resolution until the committee meeting scheduled for August 19. This delay will allow Council member Villegas the opportunity to refine the language of the resolution and include additional references. But here's where it gets controversial. As the debate continues, what do you think? Should the military maintain its presence at Pohakuloa for the sake of public safety and economic benefits, or is it time to prioritize the health and well-being of the local community and the environment? Share your thoughts in the comments. Army's future, human-machine fusion in warfighting. The future of war is here. Human-soldier partnerships with machines are no longer sci-fi. Army Secretary Daniel Driscoll stunned reporters in Hawaii this week by declaring we're entering an era where soldiers will fight alongside robotic squads and drone swarms. Imagine infantry vehicles rolling into training with autonomous robots as teammates and AI-controlled drones buzzing overhead, Driscoll revealed at Schofield Barracks. That science fiction future? It's arriving within years. But here's where it gets controversial. This transformation isn't just coming, it's being fast-tracked right now through the Army's Radical Transforming in Contact program. And this is the part most people miss. 3 elite divisions, including Hawaii's 25th Infantry Division, 25th ID, are already testing these technologies under commanders like Major General Marcus Evans. Why the urgency? Because legacy equipment is failing soldiers in the Pacific's brutal terrain. Humvees and tactical vehicles simply don't work in places like the Philippines, admitted Driscoll, who witnessed these limitations firsthand alongside Army Chief of Staff General Randy George. Here's what soldiers are getting instead: 16 mobile rocket launchers, HIMARS, for unparalleled range, replacing outdated howitzers. Plus, game-changing infantry squad vehicles, over 100 deployed last fall, letting troops move stealthily through jungle or urban combat zones. Soldiers love them, Driscoll confirmed. And the biggest investment? A revolutionary data network tying everything together. Picture this: near real-time communication between humans, drones, and battle systems, similar to how electric vehicles rely on software. We must become software manifesting as an army, Driscoll declared, teasing budget details for the massive tech overhaul. Now for the real shocker: generative AI will soon handle critical tasks like missile defense and targeting. But here's the burning question: can we trust life or death decisions to autonomous systems? Driscoll insists this human-machine fusion empowers soldiers without replacing them. Do you agree? Or are we crossing a dangerous line? Sound off in the comments.